Okay. So now system is on now. Recording is also going on. So now again, good evening to everybody. Now today, now this sessions actually now I have to start for block number
Good evening,
4.
sir.
Good evening. So so block number 4, and there are 3 units. Uh, Block number 4 of MMPC 002, the last block, and there are 3 units. Unit number 12, 13, and 14, or we can say chapter 12, chapter 13, and chapter 14. So the 12, 13, 14 are basically consist of employee empowerment. Block name is employee-employer relations. The block title is employee and employer relations. So from the name itself, it shows some have to build up the relations between employee and employer. Those who are working and the management. And so how to empowerment? Empowerment means employee empowerment. And then unit number 13 is your grievance handling and discipline management procedures. So in your organizations, when the human people are working, so there are things by the human nature, by the phenomena, there should be some problem, there should be some grievance, there should be some conflict. So basically, that has to be reported somewhere, and all the grievances should be addressed. Very sensitive way should be addressed also, because when you are working somewhere, so definitely that should be in a good atmosphere, smooth operations should be there. People can uh, work together and with a very happy mood. And so that's why the grievance cell has been developed, every organization, so that they can, as early as possible, they can sort it out the problems. Even any relations in your personal life or in the organizational life, you see, so conflict will be there. And how it has come? Because of the stress. Some things, the design is, some of the things are not what the way you want to do it. Maybe things are not moving in that way. In that case, what happened? As a human, we are stressed. ये कैसे नहीं क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, मैं जैसे चाह रहा हूँ वैसे क्या, ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा, तक ईगो, अहम, जिस तरह का जो है, ये मेरा है, ये मेरा है, तो इस तरह का एक ईगो डेवलप हो जाता है. So when the things are not going as per this way, what the जब जैसे चाह रहे वो हो नहीं रहा, तो एक स्ट्रेस दिमाग में हो जाता है. So because of that, that stress level भी डिफरेंट होता है. प्री प्रीमेच्योर स्ट्रेस, देन डिफरेंट लेवल ऑफ स्ट्रेस होता है. पहले छोटे छोटे जो स्ट्रेस है उसको इग्नोर होता है, इंसान को पता नहीं चलता है. And after some time that stress starts in such a situation, वो एक threshold position में आ जाता है. It will be reaching in the threshold point. That time वो angriness आ जाता है, मन में angry होता है, and abuse, some sort of threatening word or language में भी वो control नहीं रहता है. So something will be happen. It may be in the personal life or it may be in the organizational life also. Liking, disliking, liking, there's so many things are affected because we are a human. So, that should not be affecting the organizational culture or work, affect नहीं होना चाहिए. So that's why one cell, one division should be there, so that where we can be sorted out the things. Whatever the relations जो deteriorate हो रहा था बॉस के साथ, सबऑर्डिनेट के साथ, or even within the colleagues, that conflict, that things can be happen any situations. So that situations should be um, uh, removed and sorted out as early as possible. That's about that subdivision. So this is the area. And at the साथ साथ उसके साथ साथ डिसिप्लिन, एक आपका डिसिप्लिन मैनेजमेंट, that is also another. aspect. Some policy should be there so that we can maintain our disciplinary systems, code of conducts, and maybe there are some of the punishment rules also there, salary, suspension letters, the charge sheet letters. So many things are there. And the last unit basically your unions and associations. What the involvement of the unions and associations, and what the way they can contribute to the organizations, uh, their growth of the unions, participations, all these things are to be discussed. So it is a very small unit. There are 3 units only, and there's not a very big books. All small things. The main themes of these things is basically the relations. So now we have to study for that things, how to build those relations and why it is needed, what is the definitions. स्टेप बाय स्टेप जैसे हम लोग बाकी ब्लॉक में देखा है बिल्कुल वही करेंगे. हम ये पहले इंट्रोडक्शंस, देन आफ्टर दैट उसका डेफिनेशंस, देन उसके जो सब चीज हम लोग स्लाइड शो के थ्रू, पीपीटीज के थ्रू अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे. सो ओके, लेट्स बिफोर मूविंग द slide show, as usual, for attendance purposes, so please open your क्या ओपन करना है? आई थिंक आप सबको मालूम है ना, कैमरा ओपन करना है. So okay, I think some of the new faces I am recognizing. Shamuli. Shamuli is a new face. Then I think Mohan, I think okay. Anuradha, I think something new face. You have first day as well join, or maybe earlier also you have joined. No problem. So I think just I say 1, 2, 3, be ready. Face should be in your camera and should be smile face, and I'm taking photographs. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see how it has come or not. Yes. Okay. Fine. Thank you very much. I've taken the shots and I keep it in my file and send to the Igino like this. So now, okay. I think any queries in your mind right now, you can pass it to me. You can tell me right now before start the PPTs. Once we start the PPTs, it may not be possible. When again I will give a chance to discuss after the PPTs. If in your mind something, you can ask. Ajay, I just observed in the panel computer the word fake mail. Who is this fake mail? I just understand why this type of name. Please, can you please switch on your mic? Fake mail. Who is fake mail? Anybody can identify who is the fake mail? I think you people also observing, na? Some written fake mail. How he has entered? This type of name is surprising, na? Suspicious name, fake mail. Because if the fake mail mic is not on or he is not coming in the camera, then I have to delete, I have to remove from this platform. By intentionally you have to keep it this name, or by chance it has name. Who has this learner? Is you are really learner here? You people also seen, na? I think others are also seen this fake mail written something.
Yes, sir.
Where is our admin? WhatsApp group admin? Who is the admin? Admin is here? No.
No, sir.
Admin is not there, I think. So I think it is objectionable because who is the fake mail again? I am repeating. Fake mail, please come out because it seems to be dangerous. I can I can remove this. I can remove this fake mail because he is not responding. Okay, so because he is not responding, so that's why I removed this fake mail. I was removed from this meeting. So now I think we can go for. Mm, okay. So now straight away I can start the PPTs or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now PPT. Now I have to go for MMPC-002 block number 3. Okay. Sorry, block number 4. Oh, block number 3 is already over. To go for block number 4, employee employment. Mm. So block number 4, yes, it has come. Where we have to see the employee-employee relation, as I already discussed. That is, I can put somewhere. So all these 3 units, last 3 units we have to discuss. I don't know, first time that's why it is stuck up. Yes. So first things, the employee-employee relations, employee empowerment. What is the empowerment? That you have to try to understand. So empowerment is the process of passing authority and the responsibility to individuals at lower levels in the organizational hierarchy. The advantages of the empowerment or the involvement are said to include higher quality products and services, less absenteeism, lower turnover, better decisions making, etc. And better problem solving, which in turn result in the greater organization effectiveness. Who says? Denison's 1984. He has uh, written these things. He said this is the definition of empowerment. It means, in short, I can say, suppose involvement. Empowerment, in another way, you can remember involvement. Suppose some of the employee are simply sitting. They are not participating in particular work and they are taking the salaries. And maybe sometimes they're enjoying the work and absenteeism is more. Lower turnovers means they are not productive. And they are also not better decision making process. They are not, anyhow, they are totally not involved. So, what will happen? It will reduce your revenue, your overall performance in the particular in section or department as a team will be reduced. So, what should be the motto? We have to have a involvement is required. So, let them uh, participate or involve in the as a team or as individuals and in the organizational objectives part. To do so, that some definitely some process should be there to uh, to develop them so that they should not be taking more leaves. Uh, then they can participate 100%. They should be more productive. So that some process should be there. This process we are saying the empowerment process. So this is the basic idea and should be because all the organizations should be point out, identify the overall total departments. Then see the even in the you can observe in any organizations or any company, some of the people are doing their effort and they are doing their 100% work they are doing sincerely they are doing for the within the time frames. And the some of the employees are may not be doing so. They are reluctant to do some things, maybe due to any reasons. Maybe that reasons you have to identify why they are not participating, why they are not engaging their things. And it is a habit. Basically, sometimes it has seen if you are not keeping the job or you are not taking his output potentiality on things, then sometimes it has happened. He has now take it guaranteed. ठीक है कोई बात नहीं बॉस क्या करेगा जो भी तो इस टाइप का ये एटीट्यूड्स ठीक नहीं है it in the long run it will be affecting the department and it will affect the organizations also. They are not habit has been changed, behavioral patterns will be changed. So that idleness or sometimes they are very selfish also. I think that type of people, maybe the selfishness or something, they are reluctant to work more. Simply they are enjoying the salaries and what about the facilities they are enjoying. So that things as a HRM department the duties, you have to identify that peoples. You have to identify that employees, list down and put up to the higher authorities, to the management. This is the people are idle, they are not working very much, and different section, different department, they are finding it out this much. It may be a hardly 5 to 10%, most of the cases. So this is one thing. Another things, those who are doing some of the works, there is no problem, even though that not at par with the that productivity levels. So there also some involvement is also required. Maybe some guidance, maybe some more instructions, maybe some advice is required or counseling. So in totality, you have to see all these angles. Idea is to increase their productivity. That is the main idea. Now coming to the next slides. Now characteristics of the empowered organizations, the companies with a high level of job opportunity, job autonomy usually have the following characteristics. That is again another author has written, Feingens, in 1993, he has described in such a way. They invest a lot of time and effort in hiring to make sure new recruits can handle the workplace freedom. Their organization's hierarchy is flat types. Then another things, they set loose guidelines because if the guidelines is not good, then so workers know their decision making parameters. Another thing, accountability is paramount. Results matter more than the process because uh, results is very important. Maybe sometimes the process are may or may not be good enough. High quality performance is always expected. So why these type of things are happening? Because these are all of the characteristics. If you continuously um, wanting some of the good quality, you are expecting more. So that time they may be reluctant to do all these things. Maybe they are in pressure, they are in the stress. Here actually are talking about the characteristics of empowered organizations, companies. Openness and the strong communication encourage, because if you have a openness, discussions and communications and the strong communications, then it will encourage. If it is not there, there will be a chance of these things. So employee satisfaction is the more important, is the core value. So employee satisfaction are the very important part. Now coming to guidelines. Guidelines for introducing the empowerment, because we should have some guidelines. Understanding the changes to achieve, selecting strong leaders, involving the people, creating the transition project teams, providing the training in new skills, establishing the symbol of changes, acknowledging the rewarding and achievements. These are all are a requirement. Or now benefits of the, suppose empowerment, this all these systems are here. Suppose you are, all these things are in the organizations. You are already, if you are a good guidelines, sitting strong leaders, everything you have. So then what will happen? The benefits of the empowerment, okay, it is two times reason, benefits the organizations itself by creating an environment which encourages the proactively problem solving. Everybody will start proactively do the work, because uh, based on the guidelines, based on the other things, are we have to do it. This is one of the benefits. For employees, empowerment provides a sense of high self-esteem, because it will give you some sense. You will feel some esteem. Okay, it is my company. You are belong to this company, and they are taking care of all these things. They are protecting you on all respect. So the high degree of involvement and the participations, a learning environment opportunity for the personal growth and the development, all these things are here. Replacing the fear and greed hierarchy with a network. Suppose if you are empowered, so there fear and greed will not be there, because already you are already empowered, you're technically strong, skilled enough. Don't worry. Whatever the work is given, you are immediately you are doing the things, so that fear will go out. And the system is transparent. Everything, promotion policy and everything in here, that everything are good, everything are staggered as in the cascading way. Everything are there. Your career path is good. You know the next promotion when you will be. So then it will, greediness is also to be reduced. So fear and greed, it is replacing, because there will be no fear and there will be no greed. So it will, if you everybody have empower, then it will replace the things. Means this fear and greed cannot be there. So there are various forms and the styles of participative management. How to participate, that different management systems are there. One of them which widely applied, uh, that is a quality cycle. Then okay, I can little bit say what is the quality cycles. Quality cycles is basically how to empower the people. Suppose you are in the company, in a particular department, you are the supervisor of this, and you have a subordinate. There are 10 subordinates, for example, and you are the head of this department. Under you, 10 people are working. So every day or end of the day, suppose for example, now 8 hours you have worked. Then after that, before leaving the office, you are before half an hour, we can say, you call everybody before punching and all, before going leaving the organization company. You just call everybody, please come and join. And as a boss, you're just discussing, okay, today how is day today? Have you any faced any problem or not? What is your target you are fulfilled or not? So this is the way you can discuss. And What are the outcomes it will come? Maybe that day somebody has target fill or is okay. Somebody has not at par with the what target limits, all these things. Whatever it is, anything you can discuss and note it down in your mind, or you can keep it some record something. And at the same time, you see those who are not completed their work or something, don't abuse them or don't say any negative words. Simply say, okay, tomorrow no problem. Tomorrow I will also see it. If any problems, I will guide you, no problem. If any you have stuck or something. So tomorrow again, when the people will come, or you can call for again. And before start, you just take the chart. Okay, tomorrow this portion are left out. Again, the new target is there. So let's start the work. And in between, what are the past day evening, what the problem was there, you just have a round and discuss and see where they are lacking, moral boost up, or you can help something, give a guidance as a advice or something, and you monitor a little bit, not all the time, and you ensure them, give you motivation. Okay, no problem. I am here. I am with you. If any problem, I will give it. No problem. Again in the evening, again you call everybody. So again you see the target. That can be daily basis, that quality cycle, or it can be weekly, or it can be quarterly, or it can be monthly. What are the way you feel things? So that way you can motivate everybody. You can daily, routinely, you can see where the lacking is there, and you fill it immediately. Fill immediately so that it should not be accumulated in a long terms. So this is called the quality circle. And voluntarily, and also as a manager, as a group head, you can also see those who are performing very good. Suppose you are a 10 subordinates, out of that, the two subordinates always excellent. You can also motivate them. You can discuss with these two persons, those who are really excellent. Can you please, after your within your during your work, can you help some X subject because they are lacking? As a brotherhood, please go and help them, please, so that at par everybody's target can be fulfilled. So voluntarily, you please go there and help them, because I may not be possible all the 10% to see. So you can motivate this way, or maybe you can reward something, you can announce something. And the evening time, when you call it all subordinates, you just add in some of the samosa, chai, or some of the refreshment you also. You can arrange as a boss. You can spend some of the money for the entertainment or something, so that closeness will be, all the closeness will be there, and as a togetherness you can work as a team, as a team. So it is very useful tools, quality circles. It has been seen everywhere. When as a team we are working to team spirit, how to increase the team spirit and to discuss everybody's things. That time discussion time, there is a no excellent and no there is a no ranking. When you are discussing, you are a good boy, you are a bad boy. No, your target is there is a no good boy and there is a no bad boy. They all are the same. All are the same quality, same have, but sometimes ये इसका दिन है, इसका दिन क्रिकेट टाइम, आज इसको सेंचुरी बना दिया, कोई बात नहीं, आज कभी जीरो हो जाता, नेक्स्ट डे अगेन सेंचुरी बनाए. तो क्वालिटी साइकिल का मतलब ही है every day you are in touch, every day you are touch with the subordinates, and you are empowering everybody in a day wise. What today you are performing, tomorrow you can also do it better. So this leads to a good participative environment and greater acceptability of decisions. I think I can hold for some time here, go to see the responses. How do you feel? What am I able to uh, express or able to explain the empowerment procedures, that quality cycles? Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes.
okay. So I think you will understand the empowerment, how to empower the thing. There are so many techniques. It is case to case basis. I'm just giving you an example. Just in my practice, even normally when I in the ministry or you know, in the publicity in the ministry, the peons, they are very not exactly the lazy. They are not accustomed. The speed is not there. If you say something, you do these things. He may take his own time, maybe half an hour, 1 hour. Immediately they are not giving. But if you motivate them every day, actually most of the weekend, normally the Friday, because Saturday Sunday was off. In the Friday, I just call everybody and have a arrange for some samosa and chai. That is my for my own expenses. I have some power so that I can expend some of the money. So in my capacity, I'm just spending some of the money as because when you are discussing, some items should be there, some snacks should be there. Then you can enjoy it as a. There's no question of boss or things. They all are common man. So we can discuss the things where the problem is there. So tomorrow, the next week, how we can proceed the things where the problem was there, so that it can be sorted out and take a note and action. Monday to Friday, you can on action and action actions. There are no questions. Friday evening, you can sit together before leaving the office and you chalk out the problems, where the loopholes, where the lagging we have. That is a pointed out. And that work by whom it has delayed. No, you cannot point it out for hey, this person has not done. No, no, there's that type of discussion should not be there. If you start blaming, then no quality cycle. Then definitely it will be affecting the next week also. Maybe it will further deteriorate the situations. So you have to create a situations. Say it is our home. We are jointly, all are we are brotherhood. We have to join this and have to fulfill our target. That has all. So anyhow, uh, again I have to go for the PPT mode. Um, yes. So now next slide is your workers' participation in management. Now I'll tell you after that that employer managers who are participation. The participation is not only the workers. We can't say only worker are delaying, worker are not doing the work, they are a problem. No, no. Even in the managers also sometimes create a problem. So that is area is also required. Sometimes some in the management level also, middle management also, they are not doing the perfect work. A lot of managers just keeping the file long times. They are not clearing the file. They are not taking giving the approvals. They are not talking their own work. So they are also involvement. They have to also empowerment is required. Why this manager is not working properly? Not only we can also blame all the workers. So that I will explain. Workers' participation in the management. Now let's see. What is the philosophy? Philosophy underlining workers' participations. Stasis means democratic participations in the decision making. That should be there. Maximum employer employee collaborations is required. Minimum state interventions when they are working, not very much intervened. अरे जल्दी करो भाई जल्दी करो जल्दी करो. That what should not. You can visit, you can go to nearby and motivate them. You are achieving how much? Okay, sir, यहाँ तक पहुँचा. Okay, very good. Carry on, carry. Yeah, that type of word is required. If you अरे आप तक कितना टाइम लगा रहे हो भाई? Why you are not doing? So that type was demotivating factors. So interventions are should be in a positive manner. Realization of the greater measure of the social justice. That is also very important. You have to realize and you have to give a due respect, trust, faith, everything are coming. Greater industrial efficiency, higher level of organizational health and effectiveness. Health is one major point. Suppose if you are not considering his health, always you're pressuring the work. No, better, better when you are moving, when you are calling any subordinates, first things you have to communicate. How are you? What is your health now? You are okay? Your health is okay? Even you can, when you call any workers in your chambers, in your cabins, first you offer the water. Now please sit down. and have a glass of water, then we can discuss. So if this word is sufficient for molding the anybody, then you will be a very win-win situation. If you allow your subordinate or allow your worker to sit in front of you, I can tell you 50% deficiencies will be solved. And after that, if you offer one glass of water, even one cup of tea, I can challenge. Nobody will blame you. You will be a good manager in futures. So you have to have a feel he's not a worker. He is a some human. When you behave as a human, then effectiveness also it will be improved. Now next conditions. Objectives of the workers' participation in management. क्या objectives होना चाहिए? The objectives of the worker participation is to raise the level of the motivations. ये objectives होना चाहिए. That's why I'm giving you that example. So when you are calling any subordinate workers, you just have a chit chat, have a just touch in your shoulder, and you touch your head. That is sufficient. You have to motivate the workers. Closer involvement. That's the closer involvement. It means you just touch his back. It's not simply just you and the shoulder. Okay, good, very good, well done. Say this type of word you have to use to prove the opportunity for expressions and to provide a sense of importance to workers. So that is also important. To develop ties of understanding the leading to better effort and harmony, to act on a device to counterbalance power of the management, to act on a panic. So many things are there. If you add 2, 3 objectives point, that is sufficient. There are so many other things also there. Different books and different way. So form of participations. So what the formation of the participant? There are so many ways forms are there. There is collective bargaining. Collective bargaining results in the collective agreements, and which lay down certain rules and condition of the service in the SLC. This means you see bargaining. Bargaining what means not things. It is some sort of you can say the agreement, some sort of your collective informations. What are the informations you are collecting? It may be some of the negotiation process. Bargaining, basically ideas are collecting in this way. What are the things? Finally, you have to agreement. You have to lay down some of the, maybe some in a stamp paper you have to write some things. When so collective bargaining are required because they are all the viewpoints, ideas are to be first things you stimulate the workers to say something. What their ideas you have to collect and put in some particular on paper. It should be recorded, and then you have to make some agreement. It should be there because that worker unions or worker persons leading workers, they are saying something that should be recorded. They should be put it in the document, and the management is also saying finally it will be as a document. So that should be and you have to, this is the way you have to think. Then work counseling. What the work are to be given, that works are uh, first things you have to execute. There are executive bodies or employees, joint management councils and the committees. They can jointly decide, okay, this type of work is just, they can, it is not harm for the his personal levels or body and physical levels. So you can do it. So first of the, as a committee will decide, that is the work councils. So mainly and within the 8 hours work is there, because that you have to decide it. Because when you are giving any work with anybody, don't throw just like that. You have to first before that think, he is able to do this. If I given target for 3 days, really he will be able to complete the job in 3 days or not. So everything are to be in your mind should be calculating. So mainly these bodies are uh, consultative and the advisory. They are giving us some advice, and decision making process should be there. So that's why the work council is required, where they measure the things basically, so that they can, in turn, the employees are not feeling any unhappiness. There will be no chance. So council are where all our expert people will be there. There are maybe the long associations, and they are most of the consultants are in these bodies where they have to give some advisory decisions. Board representations. So workers, ownerships, everything, all this you see, the form of participation, work, basically all are empowering the employees as well as the organizations, I mean the management also. Okay. Now, prerequisites for effective participations. And the prerequisites of the success of the scheme of the participative management are as follows. There are some of the rules should be there, because when you are in the meeting, some worker representatives are also sitting, managers also sitting, but they are not talking each other. The management side will, oh, okay, they are workers, they are subordinate. What you will say? That type of feeling should not be. There should be first thing. That's why there should be a strong democratic and representative unions for the success of the participative management. First things you have to see, those who are joining in the participation, they are well aware, they know the democratic way, they're strong enough, representative of the unions representative. No third persons are there. If the third persons are there, he is not a part of the unionisms or that. So all these rule and regulations they know, they cannot. That time bargaining will be better, because they all are understood, all are educated, and particularly this area. So first things you have to see who are participating, they are really strong enough or not, democratically, the representatives of unions are yes or not, that part you have to see. Secondly, there should be a mutually agreed and clearly formulated objectives for the participation to succeed. Because when you are formulating some object, final decision of leading, yes, these persons are, this is the objectives. That should be enormously, everybody should agree. That's why they mutually agreed. ऐसा नहीं है जो management side uh, uh, forcibly putting some of the objectives. No, that should not be, because it should be agreed by the union, agreed by the workmen also, or by the management. Both way, it is mutually agreed. Then only you can decide some of the objectives, what the way you can work, what is the best things you can do it for the betterment for everybody. That should be the things. So it is all are required for the effective participations. When you are call a meeting to discuss something and finalize the things. Otherwise, what happen? जैसे वो मीटिंग के बाद मीटिंग हो ही जा रहा है, डिसीजन कुछ हो नहीं रहा, एक मीटिंग हो रहा है, फिर एक मीटिंग खत्म होते नेक्स्ट मीटिंग के लिए डेट फिक्स हो जाता है, एक पिक्चर भी था, फिल्म में भी होता है. सो दैट शुड नॉट बी. इफ यू फर्स्ट पहले आपने ऑल आर fulfilled all the requirements, then your one meeting is sufficient. You need not to go further the second meeting or third meeting. So thirdly, there should be a feeling of participation at all levels. एक होना चाहिए, ये बहुत बड़ा अच्छी चीज है, क्योंकि सबको होना चाहिए कि मैं एज ए हिस्सा हूँ, ये पार्टिसिपेट में इसी का ये मीटिंग का मैं भी हिस्सा हूँ. आई एम ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दिस. आई हैव टू कंट्रीब्यूट समथिंग, आई हैव टू से समथिंग, आई हैव टू गिव सम आइडिया. ऐसे नहीं चुपचाप बेंच में एक कोने में एक चेयर पकड़ के बैठा है और चाय वाय नाश्ता वास्ता होता रहता है, बस खाना आया घर चला गया, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. सो देयर शुड बी फीलिंग होना चाहिए. आई हैव ऑल्सो पार्टिसिपेशन इन ऑल लेवल्स. तो ऑल लेवल्स पे इस चीज को फील होना चाहिए. Fourthly, there should be effective consultations of the workers by the management. Effective consultation. This should not be one-sided. It should be mutually interactive session होना चाहिए, so that all the outcomes are coming up and the workers also feel okay. Uh, I have also participated, and what are the processes very good. They should feel happy. Fifthly, then both the management and the workers must have full faith in the soundness of the philosophy underlining the concept of the labor participations. So this is the last one is saying means that should be the concept. I mean the faith होना चाहिए एक दूसरे के ऊपर में. Yes, whatever the management and workers मिल के जो कुछ किया है, it is faith even in the others, those who are not participated that message जाना चाहिए फ्रॉम दी वर्कर ग्रुप्स को मैसेज आना चाहिए कि हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव यूनियन का रिप्रेजेंटेटिव और मैनेजमेंट बैठ के जो कुछ किया एट वेरी अच्छा किया, सबके लिए बहुत अच्छा, दैट टाइप ऑफ मैसेज एक साउंडिंग होना वो जाना चाहिए. तो दैट मीन्स because within the meeting or participation any जब conference होता है they are limited रहता है. तो participation means there are workers का भी represented होना चाहिए, management भी होना चाहिए, and even relevant department का भी होना चाहिए, so that where all the participation levels are contributing to each others, and एक faith होना चाहिए उसके अंदर जो कुछ हुआ after the meeting it should be opened up and everybody should agree it. अरे कहाँ से आ गया? ओह तो modeling of the multiple product techniques, expert forecast, Delphi. It is wrongly. No, it is not required. Okay, I think something गड़बड़ हो गया, cut and paste में problem हो गया. So now whether the effective workers participation in the workers. So I think this part also have discussed. Workers attitudes होना चाहिए, workers participation management, certain conditions should be satisfied, which are the discussed below. Okay, managerial attitudes, union cooperations, meaning participations, worker attitudes. In their working life, employees to get the dissatisfaction with various aspects of the working, maybe with the attitudes in the managers, policy of the things. So now here actually we are talking about the grievances within the unit number 30. So when you are working in somewhere, some dissatisfaction maybe because automatically start. So with the various aspects. So working maybe with the attitudes of the manager ठीक नहीं है, manager का attitude ठीक नहीं है, policy is not good of the company, working condition is also not good, you are not happy with these conditions, behavior is also not within the colleagues also some behavior is not. So these all are happening. It is already happening in the any organization. So employers try to ignore or suppress the grievances. So it is a dangerous thing because uh, employer has to take the lead of all these things. They should be try to remove the things. Ignore करेगा तो क्या होगा? If the management or employees ignoring the things, then क्या होगा? Dissatisfaction, complaint, and grievances will start. So the resource कहाँ से है? Why the dissatisfaction started? Why the complaint and the grievances? Because of the ignoring of the employers. Sometimes it has एक मशरूम की तरह इंक्रीज होता रहता है. एवरीवेयर हिस्पेरिंग मैनेजमेंट इज नॉट गुड, मेरे साथ ए हुआ, ए हो रहा है, बॉस कैंटीन में और चाय चाय कॉफी में, कॉफी हाउस में सब चर्चा होता रहता है. I think maybe you are aware of all these things. Most of the multinational companies corporate center में when the coffee house there are some coffee break time, all this informal discussion will start. Maybe sometimes बॉस के बारे में चर्चा हो रहा है, किसी के किसी बारे में कुछ हो रहा है, वो इसके साथ ए हुआ, उसके साथ ए हुआ, this is the affairs, this is the things. So all these things discussions are started in the coffee rooms. And again, they are working, no problem, but that is the time all the dissatisfaction levels are discussing in the coffee house. Dissatisfaction, what is the thing? Anything disturbs an employee, whether or not the unrest they express in words. But बोल नहीं पा रहे कुछ, he is not able to say something, but कुछ तो हो रहा है, something is going चल रहा है, disturbance. Complaint, a spoken or the written dissatisfaction brought to the attention of the supervisors or the shop stewards. So complaint is also sometimes you can say something or in the written your so first thing dissatisfaction, then after then complaint, Then finally grievance. But in this case also something reluctant. Many supervisors uh, are not taking the action based on the complaint. Then finally the grievance. So complaints that has been formally presented to a management representative or to a union official. So you see the steps. First क्या होता है? Dissatisfaction, then complaint, then grievance. That is the sequence. सीधा grievance में कोई नहीं जाता. But I think it is not good also, because you have to come in this way, and it is happening also. This is the way. Now you see miscellaneous. This includes issues relating to certain violations in the respect of the promotions, then your safety methods, transfer, disciplinary rules, fines, granting the leave. These all are another resources, another sources for the grievances. Uh, yeah, or yeah, this grievances can be uncovered in a number of ways. Uh, Gossip and guest window offer the vital clues about the employee grievances. Rip boxes, open door policies, period, your interviews, etc. So many ways are there. You can uncover the things, the grievances. As I said, in the coffee house, you can say there are a lot of people are gossiping in the particular one locations. Then that time lot of information you can get it exactly हो क्या रहा है, for किसके लिए कौन बोला, why the employee are not happy. So the clues you can get it from there. So और एक होता है some periodic public periodic policies interview. Based on the interview also you can get it lot of information regarding the, and you can also solve the things if you take the grievances something. So based on this interview you can also exit a service. There's sort of lot of other ways also there. Open door policies and observations also, there things are given, procedures. All these things are basically to what the way you can uncover the things. There's a number of ways, are different ways are explained. Forms of grievances. That is, a grievances may be take any one from the form, that is factual, imaginary, and disgrace. So some of the things factual. So factual grievances arise when the legitimate needs of the employees remain unfilled. Delay implements. So suppose, for example, somebody has abused something, and continuously it is doing basically the article harassment or what, woman harassment or something. So that time maybe it is neglecting or ignoring day by day. So that case actually are moreover not unfair. You are giving a application for leave for maybe 15 days leave for some solid reason behind it, maybe your daughter's marriage or son's marriage, but that things are not fulfilling, that leaves not sanctioning somehow, delay something there. So because of that also grievance, they have to say to the grievance cells, my application are not forwarding, my application are not granting, what are the way? These all are factual facts. Imagine it. Sometimes the employees dissatisfaction is not because of any valid reason. Sometimes कोई reason नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ खास नहीं है, but still he is dissatisfied and बोले जा रहा है कुछ ना कुछ ये है वो है, some अपना मन गढ़ान बना के अपना कुछ कहानी कुछ स्टोरी बना के उसके बाद वो wrong information पास ऑन कर रहे हैं, and एक wrong attitude हो रहा है, नहीं after grievance जेल में जाके पहुंचा. So that time imaginary best things when in the grievance officer who is dealing the grievances first he has sorted out what are all the complaints that has come reached. He just categorized in this way, factual, imaginary, and discrete. So all these things are categorized, and that's the way he has sorted out the things and take the action. If it is imaginary things, Then he maybe call the particular that employee what happened, just briefing the things. During that period, interview period and counseling period, maybe that things are solved out and he can withdraw his applications because he can realize this is totally imaginary and nothing will be happen. So this is the one of the way things. That is grievance department all are expert. They don't know. They can automatically uh, do the things. Factual case, okay, no problem. In this case, definitely they have to call for a meeting for the departmental head and who is sanctioning the leave and the things, and jointly they can discuss and solve the problem. This quiz, actually, a employee may have dissatisfaction for reasons that are unknown, sometimes unknown. He also don't know कि क्यों अप्लाई किया, dissatisfaction क्यों हो रहा है, there is no reason, it's not an imaginary area, not factual, so in between. So this is also sometimes the confusion. You say application is confusions because you're also not explaining the things. So that time also to be sorted out and things. So grievance may occur for a number of reasons. बहुत कुछ कारण में हो सकता है, इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस, wage fixation type, ambiguities, overtime, bonus not giving, wage divisions. Employees may feel that they are paid less money compared to the others. So all of different ways. These are economic categories. Work environment. Even work environment categories, poor physical conditions of the workplace. There are no sanitary systems. No, basically the toilet, washrooms are not clean, not hygienic. It may be water system is not good, drinking water is not there, RO system is not there. Then another thing, tight productions norms. uh, Workers are very tensions, always in a very tight production. Defective tools and equipment, वो काम किए जा रहा है वो डिफेक्टिव हो रहा है, क्वालिटी वर्क नहीं हो रहा है, और बॉस उसको कुछ ना कुछ बोले जा रहा है, क्या कर रहे हैं इतना सारे गलत, मशीन ही खराब है, तो दैट मशीन इज एज सच, खराब मशीन है, तो डिफेक्टिव टूल तो हो गई, तो दिस इज द वे ऑल्सो, इक्विपमेंट खराब है, तो poor quality of materials, sometimes the quality are not coming, एम्प्लॉय को वर्कर को धमकाते रहते हैं, but a quality raw materials is not good, so unfair rules, so lack of the lot of the working work environment also one of the area you have to categorize the things. Then supervision relates to the attitudes of the supervisors towards the employee, such as the perceived notions of the bias, favoritisms, nepotisms, caste affiliations, regional feelings. There, this is also very uh, tough conditions because uh, this is the very feeling. Suppose some cohesive nature, diversity, our nature is, India is very diverse, diversical culture is there, different people, different spiritual, different culture also there, and favoritism. Sometimes he's liking supervisors liking some of the some subordinates. He is good always. Just actually, हम लोग बोलते हैं चमचागिरी means he has always follow this as thing. So maybe he is getting some of the advantage. That should not be. Then somebody's relations, relatives, this thing. The caste affiliations, as I said. So this is another group of things. Work group. Employee is unable to adjust with the colleagues. Sometimes it has happened, सर मुझे टीम चेंज कर दीजिए, क्यों, वो टीम लीडर के साथ मेरा बनता नहीं है, आई एम नॉट वेरी कंफर्टेबल विद दिस पर्सन, सो प्लीज चेंज मी. इवन बॉस के साथ सबऑर्डिनेट्स कई बार बोलता है, सर अब मेरे को इस डिपार्टमेंट में रहना नहीं, व्हाई, बिकॉज माय बॉस इज नॉट ओके. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो वर्क ग्रुप फीलिंग्स, नेग्लेक्ट फील कर रहे हैं बिकॉज मेरे को काम ही नहीं दे रहे, victimize हुआ बार बार. So there are so many, all are practical things. Everything are in practical, and maybe sometimes maybe everybody have come across the situations. So what are the key features of the good? Now coming to the good grievance handling procedure. Good, the question come, what are the key features? What are the key features of this thing? So four key features of the grievance handling procedures, which are discussed below. One is the fairness, facilitates for the representations, and your procedural steps should be limited. बहुत ज़्यादा step नहीं होना चाहिए, 3, because if you have some complaint, that application you are given, that first you have to give to the your departmental head, then he will pass on to the somebody, then again it will go into person to, so many, after that it will come to the your grievance managers. And again the grievance rule also, he has also taken action, whatever that action he has taken some approval from the his boss, again he is, so it will take a whole delay, lot of steps are there, then it will be pending, the decision are not coming. So that's why limit should be 3, only 3 steps. Then immediately the grievance handling procedure, limit should be maximum 3. Then the result should come. Promptness, this is all important. Promptness. Promptness is needed to avoid the bitterness and the frustrations, because somebody has applied some things, any reasons. 3 months he is not getting any decisions. What happened? He starts frustrating, and when he is working in that environment, he cannot contribute his work because he is totally frustrated, because his application is not sorted out. No answer is coming, his applications. So he starts frustrated. And because of seeing him, because that employee is frustrated, other people will also start frustrating. ये क्या हो रहा है, this his or her application is not sorting out, तो मेरा क्या होगा, shall I apply or not, मेरा भी 3 महीना लग जाएंगे, it will take more than 3 months. So other people also start frustrating, seeing of frustrated persons. So it is a cascading effect. It's called the cascading effect. If somebody is frustrated, other will start frustrating to see these things. So that's why the promptness is required. Essential prerequisites things. What are the unambiguity, simplicity, promptness, and training. And this will follow up. These 3 are items. Discipline regulations is one of the things required. So discipline is essential to any organizations and group actions. Then your discipline is the regulatory. Okay, it is now repeating again. So disciplinary actions, basically their authority should be there. What are the discipline authority that application should come to scrutinize the things? What are the abilited authority, who is the do these things, dealing officers? Then reviewing the authority and stages for these things. First defense case written by so, and finally, as for the reductions in rank, removal, suppose for you have to work or not, I mean, if you dismiss the things or remove from the company or not, essentials, or any, what type of punishment are required, maybe the salary cut, job cut, layoff, but anything are to be decided by the that group, that they have to take some action on these things. Uh, okay. Some minor, there are some minor punishment is also given. Warning, you can give some. See, if it is a very small nature of things, you can give first warning to or sensing things. Fine, maybe you are giving some fine, keeping there some provision for as per the section 8 of the Payment of Wages Act, as per the act is written, you can have a fine. That's what the law. Then withholding of the increment, you can stop the increment things so that you can give the basic pay only. Major punishment, basically demotions. You can demotions if it is that found out by the disciplinary actions. There are very strong is there. Then in that case you can demotion it. Discharge, you can also discharge for things. Dismissal letter communicating then a letter communicating to the order of dismissal order you can issue. So this is all are minor and major punishment. And then trade unions associations, but here it is a relatively permanent formation of the workers, because the trade union is always required for the betterment of the organizations and for the workers also. So, form of therefore classical, neoclassical, revolutionary. There are three type of trade unions formations, and the functions basically here military, protective of the intra mutual functions. What are the management and workers beneficial? That part you have to see. So inter mutual things. Then uh, fraternal and the external functions, then political functions, social functions, all the things are there. Here you can see the material, or you can elaborate one or two sentences, the meaning of these things. Or otherwise, you should know only the function of these things. May come as a short note. What are the function of trade union? Right. What are the objectives of the trade union? It is basically to see the union will see the benefit of the workers, uh, employees. The wages should be okay, and salary is okay. That should be permissible limit. This because they can survive the present scenario. That wage and salaries are permissible limits based on the economic conditions. Working conditions also they have to see where the workers are working, they are hygienic or not, then discipline, personal policies, welfare, employee-employee relations, negotiating. So all are the objectives of the trade union, as well as the management also. They safeguard the organizational health and the interest of the industry. The, your trade union purposes. I think somebody is entering there. Um, Anybody is waiting? No, actually I get a sound from. Okay, I think now then after that role of a trade union. These are all are the history matters. You can go through the material. I need not to describe all these things. Where the matters to be discussed that already I have discussed, and here actually nothing is there. Only you can I will provide these slides. They just go through and how best you can remember. That is the then some business oriented role and there's classifications of the ideology, some revolutionary unions and upbeat unions like this. So all are the just have to read out how many all India trade unions, as you know, when it has established, ILO, international level of labor organizations, ILO, as you know. These all are basically history. Just only you have to read out. There's nothing to discuss anything. Just only formation of the cup formation, what IIPC is leading all India railways. I think chronologically you have to see it. Then Trade Union Act 1926 legalized the things, or the formation of the thing. Or the Trade Union Act is 1926 as described, that you can go through this. Employees organizations use are the formal group of employees set to the different. These all are basically understanding the what is the things employees organizations, and advise the affiliated employees. These are all are the guidelines for the labor law. So any organization there should be a trade union, and there should be a leader, and that is the norm. That is the act. All these things, trade union act, and should be follow. Any organization has to follow for this basic need of the things are there. And the union leaders also following the as per the what are the act is there, what are the written in the act, they are demanding to the management, it should be considered it and you have to do it. If it is not there, if the management has already done, then there is no question of union demand. If it is not there, then union will go for the demand based on this act, because this act are by the labor law, central laws. So if it is something is not there, then they are a well advantage, because they can claim immediately to the management. So everything are documented. And the things are there. So future challenges, the employees are not only dualistic but also homogeneous case. Challenges is actually in this case, lot of unions are there. Right? Within the organization, there are maybe so many parties are there. Some of the employees are this group, some of this group. So ultimately, the objectives of the things are bifurcated, and the really things are not. Sometimes the management is happy if there are more unions. That is good because the demand, they are not collaborating, they are not as a team, they are not working. Union, all the unions are different philosophies there. So sometimes actual the workers are suffering. So that is the challenge, future challenge also, that employers also to see there should not be any individualistic things. Homogeneous, because all the things are to be common platform. Everybody should get the benefits. That part I have to see the need for the governing body. So there is a great continuity of this thing. So anyhow, I think for the exam purposes, I think for knowledge purposes, you can go through this, no problem. But for the exam purposes, that may not be any required. Only things are basic idea will be required. What the rules, as I said, what are the rules? What are the characters should be there? What is the role of a weighted union? Objectives of the union, and these things are relevant to your answering the questions. So I hope this is the way I can complete the all the blocks. So now I can close the, not stopping and just go out the things. Now I have to, as I said, I have to show some of the um, questions so that I can have a review. So let's see, I can review the things. Also prepare, how to review the things. Okay, I now just review the complete MMPC-02. Carefully just listen one by one. First things, meaning of the HRM we have discussed. What does the meaning? This is their definition, the resources, the objectives, job specializations, recruitment. Then all these things we have decided is a part of the meaning of the HRM. So these things you have to done. Balancing of the organization practices. What are the practices? Collective bargaining. Everything we have discussed. I'm now recapping the complete 4 blocks. Then after that, we have discussed the evolution of the HRM, their introduction part, stage of the development, modern concept, and growth of the India, everything we have discussed. Then after that, we have discussed the objectives of the HRM, their primary objectives, what the primary objectives there, and then the scope of the HRM, what is the that we have discussed, the various aspect. Then we have discussed about the nature of the HRM, people centered and like this. Various component of the HRM, what are the components that all these components of HR, accounting, HR systems, HRD, RP, HRP, human resource planning, human resource organization. So everything we are discussed various components. Then functions of the HRM also we have discussed that the managerial functions, planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So this is the way, and compensation development, everything are, yeah, as a function we have discussed. Then after that we have some the role of a response of the HRM. What are the roles and what are the present trends is going on? What type of design should be there? Things. Then all these things are function of the HR managers. क्या होना चाहिए function manager को? From here questions can be also developed. Emerging aspect of the emerging क्या होना चाहिए? Then strategy as the strategy HRM, then ethics of the HRM, outsourcing, BPOs or all these things. That part also we have discussed. Then challenges that are faced by the, what are the challenges as a manager, what are the challenges? Then you have to go through. Then organizational environment, what are the factors, influences, that part also we have discussed. Elements of the strategy management, what are the elements are there? Theories of the strategy, what are the theories? Then concept of the international HRM also we have touched upon. Then issues of the international, what are the issues there? But globalization, environment issues, impact, cultural differences. Because if you deployed somebody in the internationally, you have to see their culture. Maybe French language, German language is required. So all these issues we have discussed. Then HR analytics as a developer, there are a lot of tools are there, different approaches are there. What are the significance of these things? So also we have discussed. Then impact, the industrial revolutions, for this what are the impacts is coming up now. It is in the robotic, and where artificial intelligence are now slowly entering the HRM systems. So that is the industrial revolutions impact is going on. Meaning of the artificial intelligence, that also we have to touch upon basically. So this is the way. Then after that, the block two, we have reviewed. We had to see some of the sourcing. What are the planning that we have discussed? Then objectives, needs, then issues of the HRP, level of the HR planning, process, then HR forecasting, supply forecasting, gap. Gap analysis also we have discussed. Then responsibility of the HR planning. What are the responsibilities? Main development problems. I think somebody is outside. Let's see. Yeah, some people are now entering right now. So this is the way. I'm just going fast because I have to discuss some of the things. That's why I'm trying with the maximum input so that. Then we have some responsibility of the HR planning. Then main problems involved in the process of the HRP. क्या problem दिक्कतें आता है planning का time. Then guidelines to improve the effectiveness, concept of the job analysis, then उसका objectives क्या है, how to job analysis basically, from there we can derive the job specification, job your job specification, your job description, all this from the your things. What are the objectives, then importance of the job analysis, aspect of the job analysis, duties, tools, method of the job analysis, then like the job description, specification, job design. Then I have discussed, I think, so some recruitment purposes also discuss and process what are the process of recruitment. There are so many things, campus interview, by the written test and all these things. The process, different process appears. Then sources also, there are maybe you can outsourcing, you can go to the your placement bureau, or maybe some lot of sources are there. Method of the recruitment, purpose of the selection, step, what are the steps of the selection process that we have seen in one diagrams, where first 1,000 applications maybe have to segregate it, then after that there's so many steps are there. Finally you have to call for the interview and select a person. So that's type of selections, step of the, then type of the selection process, different type of interviews are there. So limitations, organizational specializations, then organizational socializations, and then here the promotion, type of promotions, demotions, transfer means, employee separations, separation means, then your concept of the personal appraisal system today we have discussed, then your goal of the performance, what are the objectives of the performance appraisals, then your importance of the performance appraisal. 360-degree we have discussed. MBO also, that we have MBA, management by objectives, also discussed. Then your counseling and effective performance, then potential career development, all these things. Then your career, okay. Then finally succession planning also we have discussed. Determining the training needs, why the training is required, what type of training program should be there, evaluation, how it is, important of issue of training, compensation management also we have discussed, reward systems. Then the last block we have discussed employee empowerment, then your benefits of the employment, what are the benefits of the empowerment, quality circle also we have discussed, then worker participation, why it is needed, prerequisite, what are the, before the participation, what type of things are democratic and knowledgeable, what are the effective participations, meaning of the grievance and causes of the grievances also we have discussed. So this is the way, or still something grievances, then handling the procedures, and then what the object is. Trade union also have now a little bit touch upon what are the act of the Trade Union Act, that 1926. It is also important. So this is the way I think we have finished up the things. So okay, I think no, that is some question is there. Okay. December 2021, the question was like this: explain the importance of the scope of the human resource management. Elaborate things. Explain the objectives of the human resource planning HRP. Describe the objectives of the benefits of the performance appraisal systems. That we have discussed. This type of question. Explain the importance of the training and organization. Then job descriptions, fourth industrial revolutions, source of management, manpower. So it's write down the short note because it's all human resource development systems, HRD development. Then your participative decision making functions of trade unions. So this type of questions are normally coming. You have to go through this. And then your case study also. I think case study, I don't know, maybe the MBAOL, no, there should not be any. Last time I have seen, there is no case studies. So I don't know. Mhm. So I can see the other files, any other things are there or not. So that because after that we don't have any chance to show. That's why I'm showing all these things which I have. I'm showing all these things. PPT, all everything I have shown. Okay, then I have to go for mm, questions papers. Um, it is basically mm, okay. Let's see this one. This type of question, it is MMPC 001, but I don't know if you can download from the IGNOU site and you can uh, see the pattern of the questions and what are the topics are giving. That is the way. Organization ethics, turnaround management, all these things. So I think anyway, mm, another questions I think. Mm, let's see. Not this one. Uh, Other things. Where it is gone? I think, yeah, MMPC 002, that is Human Resource Management. It is a question is April 2023, this year only, just before the June exam, that paper, 100 marks. This is also MBAOL. Okay, so there are section A, there are questions like this. What type of questions has given? See, what are the new roles of HR managers? A total 20 marks, 5 questions you have to attend, four marks, sorry, and 5 questions you have to attend, 5 questions you have to attend, 4 marks. Explain the importance of the international human resource management. Then write a brief note of the strategic human resource management. As I know, strategic management. Discuss the importance of the job analysis. Highlight the importance of the inductions. Induction program, why it is required, people are joining the new company, induction is required. Write a short note on retrenchment and write a short note on quality circle, as I discussed today. Now, section B part, there are some little bit big questions. I mean, you have to write more because 10 marks. Write a comprehensive note uh, of HR analysis. Discuss the concept of performance counseling. Comprehensive note on the how training programs are organized. Explain the compensation structures, various form of rewards. industrial democracy. Review the, you will get a option because there are so many, there's, you see there are so many questions. Out of that only you have to answer only five. So you will get your options. So don't worry, some of the units are not your enough study. So no problem, you can get a answer from question from other sections. So section C is also like this. There are little more long questions. I mean, these things. Briefly discuss the process of recruitment of the critically discussed. Explain the concept of the process of career development. Comprehensive notes. For section C part, that's why you can download it. Some of the old question paper means MS 1 and 2, where you will get lot of questions because most of the old pattern there are all are long questions. Short question was not there earlier. So there you can have a look type of questions. And all these questions are taken from old question papers type code like this. So anyhow, I think now I can close these things and to stop the sharing mode. And okay, now as I 10, 20, around 20-25 minutes are left out. So 20-25 minutes हो जाए अब बहुत है. So now I think we can now open for this platform is now open for you. Now you can ask anything. Uh, uh, and from my side, I've covered up all the topics. I have shown you the question patterns also, and I will also provide the things. No problem. So anybody can voluntarily say something how today's session and it is how much it is fruitful for you and what you have learned and if any doubts in your mind also can tell. Today can new persons can tell some. Shekhar Rao, are you here, Mr. Shekhar? Mr. Rao, are you listening me? Maybe Shekhar is busy with somebody. I can ask uh, Shamoli, are you here, Shamoli? Okay, I can. Can you say something about this today's class? If you feel any doubts or what you have learned today sessions, you just um, unmute your mic and say something. Whatever in your mind, you can say something. There's a no. It is an open forum. Now the interactive session. Now, I think you have to. Otherwise, I can call somebody. Akanksha Kashyap, are you here? Are you listening? I have any issue with our headphones and there are background noise. Okay, no problem. I think Shamli has some issues. So, okay, Satish Kumar. I think I've raised the hand. Satish Kumar, please.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Okay, but ensure in the background noise should not be. You just allow them to stop sometimes. Then,
Sir, actually, my questions, as you delivered the lecture very well, I know about the unions. So,
okay.
because I have a question in mind that some
Mhm.
companies or organization especially recruit those personnel who not join any unions or trade unions in
Okay.
the. So I want to know that unions are good for the any organization or it is harmful for any organization.